They had a pathetic, naive belief in the concept of boundaries. They thought of them as a set of rules that you would always follow. They saw your kindness as a weakness, a predictable constraint that they could push and prod and test with their vile, insidious little attacks. They believed that there was no line they could not cross, no boundary they could not violate, no part of your soul that was not open to their pathetic machinations. They were so confident in their own malevolent genius, so convinced that they were the ones who held all the power, that they never even considered the possibility that they would push you to a place from which there is no return. They believed they were hurting you, but they were not. They were simply building a monster. Their attacks were not a single, dramatic event. They were a quiet, corrosive campaign designed to chip away at your very being. They were the cruel whispers, the subtle betrayals, the quiet, insidious gaslighting that left no physical scar, but a profound, unassailable wound. They went after the things that mattered most to you, your dignity, your peace, your sense of self-worth. They reveled in your quiet suffering, your pathetic, silent tears, your desperate, frantic attempts to regain a sense of balance in a world they had so meticulously, so beautifully, so malevolently destroyed. They believed that they were teaching you a lesson, but they were not. They were simply creating a monster, a perfect, unfeeling instrument of your own will. And so, you came to a place of profound, magnificent clarity. You realized that their attacks had crossed a line that had nothing to do with them and everything to do with you. It was a line of your own making, a boundary that was so sacred, so fundamental, so unassailable, that to allow it to be crossed was to allow your very soul to be extinguished. You realized in that moment that what they had done was unforgivable, not because of a moral code, but because of a simple, unyielding, unassailable truth. A person who allows themselves to be destroyed is a person who is already dead. The moment you became unforgiving was not a grand, dramatic spectacle. It was a quiet, devastating act. It was the moment you looked at them, and with a cold, unfeeling stare, you simply refused to play their game anymore. You did not feel rage. You did not feel a sense of loss. You simply felt a profound, chilling detachment, a cold and quiet indifference that was far more terrifying than any rage you could ever muster. They had prepared for a fight, for a scream, for a tear. They were not prepared for a person who was simply no longer there, a person who had already moved on and left them in a state of confusion and despair. They will try to tell you that you are a monster. They will try to tell you that you are a person who has lost their soul, a person who is no longer capable of love, of kindness, of forgiveness. Let them. Their words are a pathetic, cowardly attempt to reclaim a narrative they have already lost. They will be baffled by your unassailable confidence, baffled by a person who is no longer afraid of their pathetic little threats. They were expecting a victim, and you gave them a predator. They were expecting a saint, and you gave them a demon. This is a game they will never, ever be able to understand. They were counting on you to be a victim, and you have become their worst nightmare. The most terrifying thing about this darkness is that it is not driven by emotion. It is not a rage you feel. It is a cold, calculated force you wield with surgical precision. It is a quiet, unfeeling power that does not seek to punish, but to simply win. You are no longer acting out of anger or revenge. You are acting out of a simple, logical desire for self-preservation. Their cruelty forced you to grow. Their ignorance forced you to learn. They were trying to break you, but they only forged you into a weapon, a perfect, unfeeling instrument of your own will. They are a person who is now haunted by their own creation. Your new power, this beautiful, terrible darkness, is a gift you will carry for the rest of your life. It is the one thing that will protect you from all the little manipulators, the little tyrants, the little sadists who will try to make your life a misery. They will see it in your eyes. They will feel it in your presence, and they will back away. The fear you inspire is a shield you have earned. The respect you command is a victory you have claimed with your own hands. You have learned that sometimes, to be a saint in a world of monsters, you have to be the biggest monster of all. They will continue to live their lives in secrecy, in plots, in silent betrayals. They will find new victims, new pawns, new people to manipulate for their own gain. But they will never, ever be able to touch you again. They are a living, breathing testament to their own profound failure. They took a person who was full of light and goodness, and they had the arrogance to believe that they could control it. They have created a monster, and they are now terrified of the very thing they have created. They are now a prisoner of their own making, a tragic, miserable portrait of a person who has chosen to live in a world of lies. And so, you will walk through the world, not as a victim, but as a king. You will not have to hide your true self, because your true self is now a fortress. They will look at you with a quiet, terrified suspicion, and they will know that they have unleashed something they can never, ever control. Their loss is your liberation. Their prison is your playground. They are the ones who are in the dark, and you are the one who is shining bright, a beautiful, terrifying force of nature they can never, ever defeat. They saw your suffering not as a tragedy to be avoided, but as a spectacle to be consumed. They are the ones who cheer from the sidelines, their eyes alight with a cold, unfeeling hunger for the unraveling of another soul. They don't see the tears you shed, they see the drops of a magnificent performance. They don't hear the pain in your voice, they hear the perfectly timed crescendo of a thrilling drama. Their applause is a venom, a poison they offer to the one who is orchestrating your torment. It fuels the cruelty, it justifies the malice, and it removes the last, pathetic shred of remorse from the heart of your tormentor. You see, when a person's pain becomes a show for others, it ceases to be a human event. It becomes a pathetic form of entertainment, a sick and twisted game that has no rules, no honor, and no end. And you are simply the star in a theater of the damned. The one who torments you is not a person acting out of malice alone. They are now an actor on a stage, and their performance is dictated by the ravenous appetite of the audience. They will push you further, won't they? They will find new, more creative ways to break your spirit, to expose your vulnerabilities, to tear down the last, pathetic vestiges of your sanity. They are no longer a person, they are a performer. Their power is not a real, tangible thing. It is a reflection of the applause, a magnificent, beautiful lie that is so powerful it has become their new reality. They are now a slave to the very audience they believe they are in command of, a pathetic puppet whose strings are in the hands of every cruel, unfeeling soul who finds your suffering entertaining. Your agony, your desperate, frantic attempts to hold on to your dignity, your beautiful, heart-wrenching pleas for sanity, they are not a sign of your weakness. They are the most compelling parts of their show. They are the emotional hooks that keep the audience captivated, the plot twists that keep the viewers on the edge of their seats. The more you fight, the more you suffer, the more they cheer. Your pain has become a living, breathing testament to their power, and they will use it to fuel their own pathetic ego. They are so consumed by the beauty of the performance that they have become blind to the fact that they are just a clown, a grotesque, horrifying performer in a circus of their own making. And their audience, their pathetic, cruel, unfeeling audience, will never, ever be satisfied. The most profound, most terrifying part of this is the complete lack of a moral center. There is no villain. There is no hero. There is only a spectacle. The audience is not an evil force. They are simply a group of passive consumers who are looking for a new thrill, a new distraction, a new way to fill the profound emptiness of their own lives. They do not have to do the work of breaking you. They just have to cheer for the one who does. Their applause is a moral loophole, a convenient little lie that tells them that their passive consumption of cruelty is not an act of malice, but a simple, harmless form of entertainment. They have a front row seat to the destruction of a human soul, and they believe, in their profound, pathetic arrogance, that they are not a part of it. But you see the truth. You see the audience for what they are, a crowd of pathetic, cowardly little souls who are too afraid to be the monster themselves, so they choose to cheer for the one who is. You see your tormentor not as a force of nature, but as a pitiful, desperate actor who is so starved for attention, they have traded their humanity for a fleeting moment of applause. The moment you realize this, the show loses its power over you. Your agony ceases to be a performance, and it becomes a quiet, dignified act of survival. You are no longer a star in their pathetic drama. You are the one who is simply walking off the stage, leaving them with nothing but a final, devastating, and unassailable truth. The curtain has been pulled back. You have seen the man behind the mask. You have seen the pathetic, frightened, insecure creature who is so terrified of his own mediocrity that he has to tear others down to feel whole. You see the audience for what they are: a silent, unfeeling, terrifying void of a crowd whose applause is a lie. The moment you stop performing, the moment you stop giving them what they want, the entire show ceases to exist. They are left with nothing but a profound silence, a terrifying vacuum that they cannot fill. They are a person who is now a ghost in a world that no longer exists. A world that was always a lie. A world that you have now left behind. The path to redemption is now permanently sealed for them. They have crossed a line, a final, unassailable boundary from which there is no return. They have traded their humanity for a fleeting moment of applause, and they are now a slave to the very thing they thought they were in command of. They are now in a prison of their own making, a cell where their only companion is the chilling echo of their own unfeeling laughter. They can no longer be a person who is capable of love, of kindness, of forgiveness. They have no conscience to appeal to. They have no empathy to awaken. The applause has burned it all away. Their pathetic, desperate cries for attention will continue, but the audience will eventually move on. There is always a new show, a new victim, a new form of entertainment to be had. They will be left alone, standing on a stage that has been utterly abandoned, surrounded by the ghosts of a life they were too afraid to live. They will be haunted by their own inaction, their own cruelty, their own pathetic, cowardly choices. They are a living, breathing testament to the fact that a person who is addicted to the applause of others will always be left alone. And so, you will walk through the world, not as a victim, but as a king. You are a person who has chosen to live in a world of brutal, unvarnished truth. They are a person who is a victim. You are a person who is a king. And in the end, the only thing that matters is that one of you is a prisoner, and the other is free. The prisoner is the one who is still living in a world of lies, and the free person is the one who has already won the game. They believe in a pathetic, theatrical kind of power. They believe that if they can control your actions, they have won. They are the ones who will stand in front of you with a look of profound, unassailable concern, and they will tell you that they are only acting out of love, out of a genuine desire for your well-being. This is a beautiful, magnificent lie, isn't it? It is the most perfect camouflage a monster could ever hope to wear. Manipulation is not a form of persuasion. It is a cold, calculated theft of your free will, and it is dressed in a costume of care that makes it so difficult to resist. They do not want to win an argument. They want to win your soul, and they are willing to use your own pathetic love against you to get it. They are masters of this disguise. They will tell you that you are making a mistake, that they are only trying to save you from yourself, that they know what is best for you. They will wrap their chains around you and call them a blanket. They will steal the air from your lungs and call it protection. They will make you feel a profound sense of obligation and guilt for wanting to make your own choices. This is their magnificent psychological weapon. They are not trying to convince you with logic or with reason. They are trying to disarm you with an appeal to your emotions, to your sense of loyalty, to your pathetic need for their approval. They are a thief in the night, and you are simply the one who is sleeping. You, in your pathetic innocence, will fall for it. You will do what they want, not because you believe it is the right thing to do, but because you feel a profound, unassailable sense of guilt. You will make their choices your own. You will walk their path. You will live their life, and you will convince yourself that you are doing it out of love, out of a sense of responsibility. You are a puppet on a string, and you do not even realize it. You are a prisoner in a cage they have built with your own pathetic love, and you do not even realize it. You are a slave to a person who has no right to have you, and you do not even realize it. This is the most beautiful, most terrifying part of all. But then comes the profound, magnificent moment of clarity. The moment you see their concern, for the lie it is. The moment the costume falls away, and you see the monster underneath. The moment you realize that their love was never about you. It was about their own pathetic need for control. It was about their own profound insecurity. Their concern was not a gift to you. It was a lock they used to keep you in their pathetic little world. It was a chain they used to keep you from running free. This is a soul-shattering realization. It is a terrifying, Beautiful moment of truth that will forever change the way you see the world, the way you see them, and the way you see yourself. This is a spiritual robbery. It leaves you feeling empty, resentful, and utterly detached from your own life. The actions you thought were acts of love become acts of robbery. The choices you thought were your own become a testament to your own pathetic powerlessness. The resentment begins to fester, a cold, beautiful poison that will begin to eat away at your mind, your heart, your soul. You are not a victim. You are a person who has simply been robbed, and you are a person who has finally, mercifully, come to the profound realization that you are the only person who can take back what was stolen. And so you will begin to fight back. Not with a shout, not with an argument, not with a confrontation. You will fight back with a quiet, unfeeling defiance. You will make your own choices. You will walk your own path. You will live your own life. You will look at them with a cold, unfeeling stare, and you will simply refuse to play their game anymore. You do not have to give them a reason. You do not have to give them an explanation. You simply have to be a person who is free, a person who is in control of their own destiny, and a person who has nothing to lose. They will become frantic. They will become enraged. They will see your free will not as a victory for you, but as a direct threat to their illusion of power. They will try to guilt you back. They will try to manipulate you back. They will try to make you feel a profound sense of shame for wanting to be your own person. Let them. Their words are just the pathetic last gasps of a dying soul, a desperate, frantic attempt to regain a power they never truly had. They are a person who is now a beggar, and they are a person who has to ask for what they used to take. Your will is now an unassailable fortress. Your mind is now a prison they can never, ever enter. They are now a prisoner of their own making, a tragic, miserable portrait of a person who has chosen to live in a world of lies. You are a person who has chosen to live in a world of brutal, unvarnished truth. You are the one who is whole, who is free, who is in control of your own destiny. They are a living, breathing testament to the fact that you cannot control a person who has nothing to lose. The tables have flipped. The power dynamic has been completely, utterly, and devastatingly reversed. They are now the one who is dependent. They are now the one who is pathetic. They are now the one who is living a life of quiet desperation. You are the one who is a king. You are the one who is free. You are the one who has everything to gain. They are a person who is a victim. You are a person who has simply reclaimed what was stolen, and you are a person who has nothing to prove. They will tell you they love you, won't they? They will say all the right words. They will make all the grand, theatrical gestures. They will promise you a world of affection and loyalty. And in your pathetic innocence, you will believe them. You will believe that their love is the most magnificent, most beautiful, most powerful thing in the world. You will believe that it is a fortress that will protect you from all the cruelty of the world, a shield that will keep you safe from all the pain. This is a beautiful, beautiful lie, isn't it? This is the most magnificent disguise a monster could ever hope to wear. For you see, the true measure of a person is not in how they love you, but in how they hurt you. The wounds they inflict are a magnificent, terrifying kind of truth. The cold, unfeeling stare, the cruel whisper, the subtle, insidious betrayal, the quiet, corrosive gaslighting. These are the things that will tell you who they really are. A person who is capable of a quiet, unfeeling act of cruelty is a person who is a profound and unassailable force of nature. A person who is willing to hurt you in the most intimate, most devastating ways is a person who has no conscience, no empathy, and no heart. Their cruelty is a living, breathing testament to their own profound, magnificent emptiness. Their love was just a beautiful, beautiful lie they told you to get close enough to wound you. You will come to see their love as a weapon. It was a tool they used to disarm you, a magnificent, beautiful lie they told you to get you to lower your guard. It was the sugar that made the poison taste so sweet. It was the silence that made the truth so loud. It was a camouflage that made their cruelty so difficult to resist. You will begin to see their affection not as a gift, but as a transaction, a simple, pathetic exchange of your trust for their power. The more they loved you, the more they controlled you. The more they cared for you, the more they owned you. This is a terrifying, magnificent realization that will forever change the way you see the world, the way you see them, and the way you see yourself. Their most profound moments of cruelty are your greatest lessons. They are a living, breathing roadmap to their soul. They are the moments they will forever regret, and you will forever cherish them. The moment they said that one terrible, unforgivable thing. The moment they betrayed you with a quiet, unfeeling smile. The moment they left you in a state of profound, magnificent despair. These are the moments that will tell you the truth. These are the moments that will set you free. These are the moments that will give you the power to not just survive, but to thrive, to become a monster, a force of nature, a person who can never, ever be defeated again. Their public persona is a pathetic, elaborate facade. It is a beautiful, magnificent lie they tell the world to hide their own profound emptiness. They will present themselves as a loving, kind, and compassionate person. A living, breathing testament to all that is good in the world. They will have a story for every occasion, a perfectly rehearsed explanation for every one of their actions. They will have an army of people who will defend them, who will tell you that you are a person who is crazy, a person who is paranoid, a person who is a monster. Let them. Their words are a pathetic, cowardly attempt to reclaim a narrative they have already lost. For you see, the only person who knows the truth is you. The wounds they inflict are a beautiful, beautiful gift. They are a cold, unfeeling education. They are a master class in the art of human nature. You will learn to read people not by their words, but by their actions. You will learn to see the monster underneath the costume. You will learn to see the wolf in the sheep's clothing. You will learn to see the profound, magnificent emptiness that lives in the heart of a person who is capable of a quiet, unfeeling act of cruelty. You will become a predator, a person who is so capable of seeing the darkness that you are now completely immune to it. The person who is a master of cruelty is a person who has no need for a weapon. Their power is not in what they can do to you. It is in what they know about you. They are a person who has spent their entire lives perfecting the art of psychological warfare, of finding the one tiny flaw in a person's soul and using it against them. They are a person who has no conscience, no empathy, no heart. They are a person who is a profound, magnificent, unfeeling force of nature. And their love, my friend, was just a magnificent, beautiful lie they told you to get close enough to wound you. This is the psychological aftermath. They are now a prisoner in their own mind. They are living in a world of mirrors, a world where every reflection shows them a new, terrifying, and completely unexpected version of themselves. They are now a person who is forced to confront their own profound emptiness, their own deep-seated fears, their own terrible, terrible lies. You have not taken their life. You have not taken their material possessions. You have simply taken their peace. You have taken their sense of self. You have taken their joy. And that, my friend, is a power far greater than any physical act of violence. This is an act of cosmic, unfeeling, brutal honesty. Your power is not in your ability to destroy. It is in your ability to be a catalyst. You are not a force of chaos. You are a force of revelation. You are the one who is willing to look into the darkness of another person's soul and to hold a mirror up to it, to show them who they really are, and to walk away. This is not about hate. This is not about revenge. This is a work of art, a beautiful, devastating testament to the fact that the greatest power in the world is not in what you can take from someone, but in what you can show them about themselves. They were so terrified of the external that they never even considered the internal. And that, my friend, is a beautiful, beautiful thing. They believe you are a force of chaos. They think you live to create a mess, to tear down what has been built, to ignite a blaze of destruction for the sheer, unadulterated joy of it. This is their first and most fatal miscalculation. They are so consumed by their own pathetic narrative of your malice that they cannot see the truth of your existence. You do not create the chaos. You simply reveal the chaos that already exists. You do not create the monsters. You simply turn on the lights so everyone can see them for who they really are. You are not an agent of destruction. You are a force of revelation, and they were never, ever prepared for a person who deals in the currency of unvarnished truth. Their world is a magnificent, beautiful lie, isn't it? A carefully constructed fortress of half-truths, of convenient narratives, of convenient people who are willing to believe the lie, because it is easier than facing the truth. They are a master of disguise, A person who has spent their entire lives perfecting the art of hiding their own profound emptiness, their own deep-seated fears, their own terrible, terrible lies.